Your Majesties, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always stopping by. If you're new, thank you so much for stopping. If you're returning, thank you so much for your show of love and everything that you do for this channel to keep growing, right? Hope you're well in all that you do and you're loving yourself and others like always. One of you brought my attention to this whole Cleopatra, a Black Cleopatra drama that is causing a lot of unsettlement in Egypt. A lot of them are saying, why should a black woman act as Cleopatra? A Cleopatra wasn't black. The ancient Egyptians weren't black. You know, this is not the first time we're dealing with this. I just felt like these are a group of persons that have lost their originality, like they've lost the sense of who they are, because and then there are forces behind that is propagating this whole whitewashed Egypt, because you know everything but technology, science and the rest of them, mathematics, everything started from Kemet, the ancient Egypt. So if the ancient Egypt is not agreed by everyone to be black or to be dark skin or brown, it's like they're feeling like them. When I say them, you know them, the Mbe case that we have, right? Like they're now feeling like it's gonna drag out the fact that it's gonna drag out what they've been hiding, and that is the fact that they stole almost everything from the motherland. So there is a forces behind that is pushing what is ahead, like building on the ignorance of this group of persons, and they are living on this like it's just working out for them. You know, when you know, because most of the times, okay, this is how it goes. Because I went further to do some research, okay, the Cleopatra's African heritage in Netflix that sparked opera in Egypt. All right, okay, and Netflix upcoming drama Queen Cleopatra, in which Adelaide James, a British African, is playing the role of the queen. Now, they are demanding, in short, they even filed a complaint. A complaint was filed already demanding that legal measures be taken to prevent the show from airing. That is, it violates the country's media laws. Now, these are all the what view that is, you know, backing this. Now, some Egyptian academics are saying that the real Cleopatra, who was born in Alexandria in Egypt around 69 BC, belonged to the Greek-speaking dynasty and was of European descent and not black. You know, the reason why I started by saying that, it's like they are losing it, like because when you see where these things are coming from, now why is it that there's always this disassociation from the real you? Like, are they scared? What if you're black? Like, what if you're brown? Is there anything wrong with it? Does it mean Egypt is divided? Because there are areas that they are all black, and there are areas that they are of color, like, you know, they are Mbekis. Now, I think in the previous videos, we talked about why this was happening, because of the invasion. Because they were invaded, the area you see them looking like the Mbekis, they were invaded. So at the process of that invasion, there was this mixture of gene that took wives and they gave birth to children. Though this is how the gene got polluted, like the DNA, like, you get my point. And the other areas that you see them originally black is because those who invaded were not able, like the Assyrians, the Romans, the Greeks, they weren't able to get they weren't able to get up to those places. That is why you see that they are still originally in their original color. But the places that the colors are of the Mbekes, these are places that these people, there's a mixture of gene and the rest of them, right? You hear one of the scholars saying something which I would want you to see, because I don't know where all this is coming from. We're just giving very soon they might just create something within Al-Kebulan, causing us to go against each other, and then thereby pulling out Egypt and Morocco, because this is all what they wanted.
Population of Egypt today is not what we saw in the picture. The question arises, where did the black people go? What led them to leave ancient Egypt was the invasion. Invasion by the Hyksos, the Assyrians, the Turks, and what have you. It were ending up with the British. But Julius Caesar was there. And Julius Caesar married Cleopatra. And Cleopatra, like I said the other time, gave birth to a boy who became Caesarus, who was named Caesarus. But when Cleopatra went back to follow the husband, Julius Caesar, to Rome, she took the scribes along, and they carried over 200,000 papyri scrolls containing all the knowledge system of ancient Egypt. So the Romans, if you go to the Vatican today, in the vault of the Vatican, you have these papyrus scrolls. And what led to the Nicaea conference was an attempt to doctor what had been written by the wise men of the Nile Valley.
Family, Queen Cleopatra is back, and this time she is black. And they don't like it. Let's start with facts, family. You remember I made a video about Egyptian ruled Albania? And about the deception of ancient Greek Egypt and Alexander the Great Albania? Everyone is used to see this Cleopatra, right? This Egyptian woman threatens black people over Netflix Cleopatra series. So family, the Egyptians prefer to be represented by this one, white. Does this look like white to you? The discussion is real. They claim Cleopatra was like him and she agreed with him. And black people say it's an African, so she looked like this.
There is this struggle for... There are forces behind this. It's not just okay. Now, when you go to the streets of Egypt and you meet the normal lay people and you ask them questions, they're going to tell you that they are blacks. Now, those who are in charge, the elite, those who are in charge of them, are the ones pushing this. No, we are white. No, we are white. Now, why do you think there is no agenda behind it? Because of course, when it is agreed, it is accepted that ancient Egyptians are black, then it is certain, it is confirmed that every knowledge that the West build on is built on what they took from Africa. Now, do you think they are ready to stoop that low, to accept that fact? No, of course they are not. They are not ready, and that is why they aid these people. They help them. Oh, a lot is happening behind the scenes that we cannot see. That is why I keep saying that there are energies, vibrations that move underneath before whatever happens outside comes, because we only see the end result of what has happened underneath. Now, there might be people that are trying to cause all this chaos and the rest of them, so that for their own selfish interest, to cover up a lot of things that have been covered for a long time. Now, those scrolls that Cleopatra went with to Rome, those scrolls are scrolls that consist of a lot of things, a lot of knowledge from the motherland. Those scrolls consist of a lot of knowledge that the West, most of what they're built on these days are built on what already was existing. Now, they would not want to accept that people they term to be poor, uncivilized, were already the originators of civilization. Hence all this internal struggle to keep pushing out. No, Morocco is white, Egypt is white, and then the countries around are all white. They are not black. When they are, evidence is everywhere. And then you will see some of these persons attesting to these lies that they originally were white. What do you think about this whole we are white, we are not black, we are not white? What do you think about this whole? Because it's just like we're all going forth, back and forth on same, just on one thing. Thereby they are diverting our attention from what is really happening around the world. There are a lot of things to worry about, because this is a fact that is already there. I don't see a reason why something should be created out of, and for the fact that those who engineered this drama are of African descent is more of like a war now against them, because I discovered that the producer of this drama is Jada Pinkett, the wife of Smith, right? And it's just like, okay, these African Americans, get my point? They are trying to like come to pollute what we already have, like trying to of course, you understand. Leave your comment there in the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive. Bye for now.